a show.
Let's go. I've always loved taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it. Surprising people with moments that let them know I was really thinking of them. What? That's what you want. You want that shape and texture. Come on. Yeah. This is about connecting with friends. I love that we're doing this together for the first time. Making new friends. That is so good.
We're family now.
I am physically nauseated watching that clip. That is like a parody of what that show should be. I had to get it totally wrong to get it totally right. I just love, really one of my favorite things is doing small, wonderful acts of charity and kindness for people to let them know I'm thinking of them.
Hey, I love your Luke.
Sorry, what's that?
You're Luke. You look amazing. You're Luke.
My Luke. My
Luke. My look. She likes my Luke.
It's so fake.
This can't be real.
Look at how much honey we have.
Do you believe in that?
We're not in the pursuit of perfection. Woke us all up. We're in the pursuit of joy. Love is in the details. I have to do it totally wrong to get it totally right.
It sucks. Are you joking?
It's
This
bad.
is terrible.
You suck.
You suck.
Just talking nonsense. It's stupid.
It finally happened. Netflix just handed Meghan Markle brutal reality tech, and she did not take it well as show a total disaster. The reviews savaged the ratings worse on the platform. Now insiders say Meghan is furious, blaming everyone but herself.
But this is the new show that Netflix is promoting with the American actress who became a duchess, who tried to destroy the royal family, which then booted them out of England.
So why did you say yes to doing this show?
Because it's you.
Yeah.
Like, guys, you don't got to do this. Please, I'm begging you to stop.
You just can't keep faking it. It's too hard.
Unfortunately, Netflix already filmed 2 full seasons with Love Meghan, and despite the eye-roll reviews and brutal backlash, they're actually moving forward and releasing season 2. Yep, this train wreck is getting another round. Somewhere out there, Cancellation Ferry just lost its wings, and honestly, viewers are wondering if Netflix has completely lost the plot or if they're just too deep into admit it to flop.
I don't think it has a chance of surviving. I think if there's any justice, it's going to, just sink quickly, and Netflix will move on to the next best thing. Meghan Markle to the TV industry, it's lowering the values, it's lowering the brand of Netflix, and it's wasting all of our time.
The woman who destroyed her in-laws' family, whose own family doesn't like her, whose the in-laws obviously don't like her, the public doesn't like her, she seems to be one of the more vindictive, sort of nasty figures in public life. What's the title of her show? Love Meghan. For what? To watch? Who wants to watch Meghan Markle bake a pie?
That's why a lot of these celebrities that start these things, they can't keep up. Like the Meghan Markles.
But you're the same.
You're the same.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I knew her a bit before she met Harry. She was nothing like that. She didn't speak like that. Her mannerisms weren't like that. This is all fake.
Seriously, and when Spotify called her a grifter, we thought that was bad, but this is Meghan Markle's Hollywood crash and burn moment, and it's playing out in real time.
Enough for Bill Simmons over at the Ringer podcast, which was acquired by Spotify, to call Harry and Meghan, quote, a fucking grifter on his latest podcast. Here's what he had to say.
I wish I had been involved in the Meghan and Harry leave Spotify negotiation. The grifters. That's the podcast we should have launched with them.
Meghan's podcast has fallen off the chart. She's been criticized for the content. There are rumors that her As Ever launch wasn't as successful as she considered it critically, or with Love Meghan and was not a success.
Meghan's podcast has fallen off the charts. She's been criticized for the content. There are rumors that her As Ever launch wasn't as successful as she considered it. Critically, with Love Meghan was not a success.
And just when things couldn't get any messier, Meghan's DIY bath salt recipe on Netflix exploded into legal chaos. A woman in Maryland, Robin Patrick, claims the mix gave her severe burns and ulcers. She's diabetic, and says ingredients like arnica and Himalayan salt made it even worse. Now she's threatening to sue Meghan Netflix and Archwell for a jaw-dropping $10 million. And just when you thought the Netflix flop was rock bottom, wait till you see what she pulled in her latest interview.
Here's an email that I've been keeping for you.
I have full body chills right now.
This is why it's so nice to not have makeup on. Thank you.
Yeah. That is so beautiful.
No.
And she also is pretending that she's crying. We zoomed in just to see. There isn't a tear in sight. Dan, look at this. I invite the viewers to take a close-up look at this. Where's the tear?
As opposed to, oh my gosh, I work so hard and I appreciate what hard work looks like. I like working hard.
You're complaining about your hard life and you're so privileged. It's just so weird.
It's ridiculous.
And Meghan's just accepting all these compliments. I know I'm great, aren't I?
I've never seen someone that struggles to just give us like one strip of authenticity.
Meghan Markle is crying on podcast signing gift for a royal title she doesn't even own anymore, and one by one the people who work for her, they keep quitting, but behind all the headlines and fake tears are lawsuits, public backlash, and whispers of a shady hidden past. Let's be real, her true title might as well be the Duchess of Drama.
She wants all of the privileges that go along with an identity, but she doesn't want any of the responsibilities. She doesn't want to do any of the work. She wants the tiara. She doesn't want the public service.
And here's the wild part people online say Gayle King, yes, the talk show host, is more of a real astronaut than Meghan Markle is authentic. Let that sink in.
Woman looks to me like a malignant narcissist. This woman has zero self-awareness.
I love that your eyes are sparkling right now. You know, Meghan, how are you today? Which, by the way, I just have to say, yes.
Enjoy them.
I forgot to have fun. You're right. You're right.
That 2-hour podcast that I just had to sit through with Jamie Keen Lima, who is also very cut off from the rest of the world.
Meghan sat down with Jamie Kern Lima, a self-made billionaire and motivational figure, for a podcast that promised emotional honesty. But what viewers got something completely different. The host was beyond cringy, and honestly, she came off even faker than Meghan pretending to cook on her Netflix show. Just watch the clip. Meghan's using her famous friends like props, hyping herself up on her own podcast just to boost her ego.
Welcome to Jamie Kern Lima show.
Her show is unlike any I've ever done.
A revelation. When you listen, it feels like a hug, but your brain and your spirit and your heart is like, wow.
When I look into Jamie's eyes, I feel like I am on some other cosmic level with her.
I could see the light around her. She's infused with light.
Meghan dabbed her eyes and acted like she was choking up while talking about the pressure she faces. But viewers noticed something strange. There were no actual tears, just performance of crying in social media. They didn't let it slide for a second. Critics instantly dug up an old clip where Meghan laughed about being able to cry on command, bragging that she can squeeze out a tear in seconds. That resurfaced video hit like a bomb, and suddenly her breakdown looked more like a Hollywood rehearsal than a real moment.
We're at Soho House, Toronto, which is basically TIG headquarters for me. I write my stories here, I take my meetings here, and it's kind of amazing because all over the world, if I'm traveling, Soho House can still be home base.
Now make yourself cry. Oh, I can do that so well. Oh my God, it's crazy. You're like, Meghan, one tear, left eye, go. Give me 3 seconds.
That clip resurfaced immediately, and suddenly her podcast hairs look more like acting than emotion.
When you were saying, like, do you want to just do like cozies and no makeup? I like the idea of like, okay, great. Let's let them see us.
Nobody talks like that and nobody acts like that because that's weird behavior that we're seeing from both of these people if we're supposed to be thinking under the impression that they're being authentic.
Just when the noise started to die down, body language expert Scott Rouse jumped in, and what he said only made things worse. He pointed out Meghan's constant blinking, the weird facial expressions, and gestures that didn't match her words. These nonverbal leaks, he explained, often showed discomfort or even deception. And the moment Meghan talked about her emotional pain, her voice cracked, but her face stayed oddly calm, no tension, no struggle. That mismatch left people asking the obvious, was this real? Heartbreak or just another Oscar-worthy performance?
Do you think you'll be married forever?
Yes.
I have a letter.
He's also a fox. If you haven't noticed, my husband's very, very handsome. But his heart is even more beautiful.
Something's up here. See that little shoulder shrug when she said yes?
Yes, yes.
Did you hear how high her voice was when she said yes?
Yes.
When we're stressed, our larynx closes up a little bit and our voice tone gets a little bit higher. That's why the pitch of the yes is so high.
She claims she writes emails to her kids every single night so they can read them when they grow up. Sound sweet in theory. But let's be honest, no kid wants to read thousands of bedtime emails from their mom. They're not that bored.
But before I go to bed almost every night, I email them.
Wow.
They will end up at one point in their life, maybe when they're 16 or when they're 18, that I say, here's an email that I've been keeping for you.
Because that's really what you want when you're 18. 40,000 emails, Maureen, from your mother.
These emails are so that when my children are of age, they can come to me and say, oh my God, you loved us so much. It's me, me, me.
During the podcast, they showed a photo of a gift basket Meghan had given Sweetwright, but then came the twist attached was a handwritten card signed Her Royal Highness One Problem. She's not allowed to use that title anymore, not in public, not in private, not at all, so why is she still clinging to it like it's her personal brand?
Zoom in here and it says, with the compliments of Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex. That is a title that was stripped from her when she and Harry made their whole racism debacle and left the UK, left their royal duties, and moved to the US to bug all of us. She's using it in private with her friends. That's even weirder than if they were still trying to milk the titles in public. That is just like all the confirmation that I need that this woman is just obsessed with being a royal, that is all this was all about. That she's angry that she screwed the pooch by claiming racism and basically getting kicked out of the family. She just can't give up the HRH titles that quickly. Like, this is literally what she has always wanted.
After stepping away from royal duties, Meghan officially lost the right to use a title, but that didn't stop her critics, called it delusional. Even some of her own friends said it was downright cringe, and the internet ruthless people were commenting everywhere. You can't have it both ways. Meghan, you quit the crown, so stop pretending you're still wearing it.
A staggering 2/3 of Brits are calling for Harry and Meghan to be stripped of their HRH titles.
Now, the king can end this feud, but not by shaking hands with this treacherous little weasel, but by stripping him and his wife of the royal titles that they love to use for commercial gain without doing any of the work.
And now it's not just the public criticizing Meghan. And Harry, it's the monarchy itself feeling the heat.
Oh my God, that hat. Oh God, he's so hot. Look at him. Isn't it Prince Harry? She bagged a fox. Oh, but look how nice is she pulling away from her lovely prince. It's so good. Who's filming this?
In a recent poll, a staggering 97% of respondents said King Charles should formally strip Harry and Meghan of their royal titles.
Can't use your HRH, you can't use royal, and you can't be half in and half out, which is what they wanted.
So far, King Charles has stayed quiet, no direct action, no confrontation, but insiders say Prince William won't be so patient once he takes the throne. Reports claim he sees their behavior as a full-on betrayal and is ready to cut them off completely to protect the crown's name, whether or not he follows through. One thing certain, the feud between the Sussexes and the royals isn't just family drama anymore, it's a national spectacle.
Now she's stuck because she was an actress who became a real princess, who wants to be an actress again, but has to continue to pretend to be a real princess. The job of a royal is in many ways to be boring. The job of an actress is to get eyeballs. You can't do both at once. And she's trying to split the baby. She's a classic example of the modern woman, which is she wants to have it all.
He's a duplicitous, self-centered, vile, disloyal hypocrite.
Especially with Prince Harry still out here crying about not getting enough personal security for his family, as if he's the only one on earth with kids to protect, is blaming everyone but himself, demanding royal perks after walking away from royal duties. The audacity is off the charts.
Blame pretty much everybody, of course, as usual, other than himself, including his father, the king, who is currently, of course, suffering from cancer.
Ultimately, this whole thing could be resolved through him, not necessarily by intervening, but by stepping aside, allowing the experts to do what is necessary.
He refuses to spend a dime of his own money, but still expect the royal family to cover the bill. Like, seriously, you quit the job, but still want the benefits. Well, that didn't fly. He lost that battle in the backlash brutal.
I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff.
Harry's digging an even bigger hole for himself here.
Well, I think he's dug so deep now, he'll strike water any day now.
Meanwhile, Meghan was already trying to pivot again. Her lifestyle brand American Riviera Orchard got quietly rebranded as ever. But the launch flopped almost instantly, the name already used by small businesses who weren't thrilled. Then came the cringe. A logo looked nearly identical to a Spanish town's official coat of arms. Cue the legal storm. Online users weren't fooled by the soft, polished image. To them it screamed desperation, a last-ditch grab for attention and cash, especially when the Product sold out in 30 minutes after she only made a handful to begin with.
When I was reviewing her website in real time, doing my video, it said coming soon. But then, like 5 minutes later, we see that she put sold out.
A lot of people, Meghan Markle was also in the Soho House. They said that she was a girl that was hired to walk VIPs and fill out the red carpets and stuff like that, you know.
They hope to become actresses. They hope to become any type of celebrity, and they will do anything.
And it seems like that lady is a temptress. She's a siren. She's
Ooh,
lured him into the rocks.
You know, they start their way up. They latch on to the first rich guy or famous guy they get that they meet at the Playboy Mansion. This is their exit strategy. I'm going to marry this man, and he's going to take care of me the rest of my life.
You know, I mean, she used to be on
Was
Deal or
he
No
infiltrated?
Deal.
And now,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't-
Look, she was
you-
on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with the briefcases.
She didn't like being objectified on Deal. And did you think it was an executive position, ma'am?
Before Meghan Markle ever became the Duchess of Sussex, her past was already wrapped in whispers and shady rumors, and one of the loudest that Meghan once worked as a yacht girl, a label used for women hired to mingle at exclusive high-end yacht parties thrown by the ultra-rich and powerful. It wasn't just gossip. It was a kind of rumor that stuck and refused to die.
But Meghan Markle has been accused of being a former yacht girl. They're also claiming that she could have spent time with Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein before meeting Prince Harry. Meghan was invited to join a yacht week in Croatia in 2016. There's evidence that suggests that she went on Epstein's yacht at the same time as Prince Andrew.
Some sources say she may have gone to those elite yacht parties early in her career, though no hard proof has ever surfaced yet. And then there's the other claim that Meghan knew way more about the royal family before meeting Prince Harry than she ever let on. She played the clueless outsider. But was it all just an act?
Meghan did claim that before dating Harry, she never Googled him, and she said she didn't know much about the royal family.
I know someone who knows the ex-husband who said she had a vision board with Prince Harry on it.
While Meghan publicly claimed she didn't know much about Harry or the royals, her old blog posts and even a friend's account tell a different story. They hint at a deep, long-standing obsession with royal life, maybe even a quiet plan to be part of it someday, whether it's rumor, coincidence, or truth she's been dodging for years. One thing's clear, it keeps fueling the growing suspicion that Meghan's rise wasn't fate, it was calculated.
These two never stop going on global media to trash the royal family and the monarchy. And each time they do it, they chip away at the mystique and the magic and the popularity. And that's why I despise them for what they're doing.
Meghan and Harry were once seen as royal rebels, breaking the mold, challenging outdated traditions. But now many see them as full-time attention seekers, turning victimhood into a personal brand. From stage tears to borrowed titles, from podcast flops to shady product launches, every move feels less like truth and more like a desperate attempt to control the spotlight. They claim they don't want fame, yet they've written tell-all books, signed multi-million-dollar deals, and launch brand after brand, screaming, "Look at me." So now the question isn't, were Meghan's tears real? It's, is there anyone left who still buys?